my sons. Bag up off me and watch it low. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving mad and blue. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the gun or I can hit you with the ass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, mad in time on you suckers. When y'all can't get close. Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Mad 20. Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my hair, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg, mad and lead. This team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blue. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, mad in time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch it? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Yeah, I just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian, but neck on Gino. Snowflake the medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell. Yeah, I just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head.
Oh no!
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Super Bowl.
Tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I'm in focus, I'm bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I break 'em. I'm a Hall of Fame legend. They should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work. I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed. Ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz. Yeah, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Suck my 9-inch dick, man. Now, hold on, man.
Myself is ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. I doubt it. My homies.
Let me know.
Alright, on 3, man. 1, 2, click. On 3. 1.
Hold on, I just clicked. I thought you were counting down.
Let's see. See if I can catch you. That shit normally work, man.
Normally do.
Not today. You're right, man. Not today.
Man, so trash. Y'all, you playing Clarence?
What you playing? Oh, you don't know who you playing? Oh,
Man, it's a rough man for Clarence, bro.
you must be sending the water out there. Oh, yep.
I got your invite, Fly. I'm gonna come to you.
Alright, man. Hurry up, nigga.
DJ Moore not an X Factor?
Yeah, he is.
Man, just throw your game away, bro.
I thought you didn't care about the game, man.
Boy. Next season, your season, big dog.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints.
Ooh.
About 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second down, Murray sets to throw.
Oh, they didn't let me come to it. Come on, man.
Brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's Murray from midfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You don't stop trying, my nigga.
He's got off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on. Out, 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 out.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 28-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Check, 4 down, 4 down. Check the backer.
Throwing is Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Ooh.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to John Ross. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second and 5 now. Wilson to the
goal line, you got to catch that.
J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover,
you gotta catch
be quick with your
that.
delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Go get him. Go get him. Mike 9. Bang out. Here we go. Check.
Bell.
Oh.
3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing.
Field defense. Run left.
Now they try the right side.
Oh,
and
just
he stopped immediately there. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Partner, he was going.
And he takes it across.
Execution.
A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good.
Execution.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0.
Oh, my gosh, he whiffed it.
He's into the clear. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown.
That little 4-3 play, that little 4-3 shit that I'm trying out, man, this shit don't work. I'm start running this shit. That ain't even the shit I ran. I run.
Here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there.
They added those plays. If you do the NFL Live playbook, it's a cool looking formation. That shit just don't stop shit.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Nigga.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20
no,
to the 23-yard
you obviously don't
line.
understand shit. Shit pissed me off.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tab.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone.
That's 99 speed. Shut up, man.
John Ross.
Shut up.
7 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild
His ability is post route.
You noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This will be taken in at the 1.
Ooh.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John?
Oh, that was pick fly. That was pick fly.
This run game. The play-action pass could very well be open.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
What the fuck Rick talking about? I'm champ, big dog. Don't call me champ.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. 54 mark.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Murray. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25.
That's my fault.
Touchdown,
I got down too deep. I forgot you had Tyreek Hill. I did not know you had Tyreek Hill. Well, I did, but I just forgot.
Extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullet good on the extra point.
I forgot I had him.
Tied at 14.
That you had it there. He wasn't lit up. Can't believe that
nigga. Tied at 14
superstar.
now as he sends this one away.
Eddie now got hurt.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Boom.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Man, I just want to one playbook Oakland, bro.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following that long touchdown.
Just keep running that custom you run, big dog. You'll be all right.
See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no
well, I control you. When you want your safety, I control everything that you do.
They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He said, I asked him what playbook he run. When he doing all that quarterback stuff, he said the Patriots.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Oh, why you stop him?
Solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the
Damn,
ball
Russ.
away, and it falls incomplete.
Put that out
Well,
there.
he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
Run back the other way, dummy.
Toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run it with Bell.
Dang, they made me go inside, bro.
They get him to the ground
What a fucking
at the
touchdown.
37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback.
What?
And
Oh, they making me do that funky shit.
41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Oh, my God.
Throwing over the middle.
I know what he gonna do.
He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Control you, fly.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
One foot. Short. 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
From the gun, it's
Oh.
nowhere to escape, and he goes
Catch him looking
down.
with his looking ass.
So this has been a lot like a tennis
Well, you
match, hasn't it?
garbage.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Darren Lee there to get him down. Second and 5 now. Murray.
Oh.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 87 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Sack, baby. Still 14. Hey, alert.
It's now 3rd and 10.
third down. Wilson.
God damn.
The pressure gets to him again.
Who the fuck is Jay
The
Braddock?
Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
Murray now on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. First down, Murray. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Echo.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check three, check three. Shift. Run left.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Check.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Move. Hey, 4 down. Good, 4 down. We're looking for signals. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Go. 22, Mike, 22. Hey, I'm coming. Mike, 22, he's coming. 22's coming, Mike.
Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Check 99, kill. Turn up. Kill, turn up.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Being chased out left. He's going to look deep for more. He's got it complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check. Watch 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. And now look at him go. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. They complete it to Hill. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. James. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 35-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch it.
On play action, it's Murray. It's Hill, complete.
Man.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Play action. Now it's Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves that he got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you got a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
0-0-0.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Old play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Chubb. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Rabbit. Rap, rap. Kill. One left. Mike's 22, Mike's 20 out. Bam.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson.
Oh, that hurt.
Get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lesson.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Saints. 42 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Tight, 380. Hey, tight down. There you go. Tempo. Good tight.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing now is Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
14. 22. I got you. Hustle. 22, he's coming. 22. Hey, alert. Here we go. Switch it.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. James has it, but he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check. 22, he's coming. I'm trying to collect. Mike's 22. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One to get yourself in position for the second one.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime.
Good kid.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through.
Good kid.
And that's going to tie the ball game at 27-all. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death.
Nigga gave me the
First team
ball.
to score wins the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to
intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 31 yards there and a first down.
That was a heck of a sprint. Tried to get to the end zone, didn't quite get there, just short out of bounds at the 2-yard line. I know the defense is relieved he didn't get to the end zone, and the guy who was carrying the ball, a little frustrated, he didn't make it all the way.
Ready. Mike 54. Hey, watch that. Switch.
They'll run with Chubb. Stiff. And he is in for the score.
Wrong fucking button, bro.
Stunned silence here as they...
Weird. Good game, big dog. I know that lucky ass catch at the end for you. I pressed the wrong button. You saw my receiver right there standing wide open. I pressed the wrong one. Man, I pressed the wrong button to save your ass. That dude was wide open. Your corner came running at me. Left dude wide open. I thought he was X. I still don't know. Yeah, he was right. He was standing there wide open. I just didn't know who he was. Man, you got that lucky ass sideline catch, bro. That shit's so lucky.
Yeah, you got a lot of Arcega, oh boy. You clicked on the nigga.
I always click on my receivers.
Click it to the left, they ain't gonna come back. And I was holding down SWAT. That nigga didn't even spot it.
How is this nigga not getting a point? Quit playing with me. I say good dog, man.
all them tackles on Wilson. No fumble.